It is Thursday morning. Thursdays are always an opportunity to bring in our Hometown Heroes show. Our Mark Allen's Hometown Heroes brought to you by Phillips Iron and Metal, Oakley Quilting, Roxbury Truck Repair, and the Thief River Falls Regional Airport. Joining us in studio today is Don Williamson. Don, good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
Nice to have you in. Appreciate it. And I want you to know that somebody had called and suggested that get Dawn on. She has been such a big part of the Humane Society for many years, and you have, and that's what we want to talk a little bit. So let's go back, and first I'll find out where Dawn is from. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Hamilton, Montana, but I was raised right here in Thief River Falls, Minnesota.
So you've been here pretty much all your life?
Pretty much.
All right. And of course, when people say Don Williamson, they immediately think of the Pennington County Humane Society because you've been there for so many years. So before we get to the Humane Society, what about the early years for Don Williamson? What did you do before that?
I was actually a medical technologist back then it was North Country Regional Hospital in Bemidji.
Mm-hmm. And for many years, a few years, what?
For about 8 years.
Okay, 8 years. And then decided to get out of that and move on, or what?
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. When did you get started with the Humane Society?
1998.
Okay, 1998. And tell the folks a little bit about what you do at the Humane Society.
Well, a little bit of everything. I'm kind of backing off on it a little bit, and Pam Stingram is taking over. But everything from answering phone calls to making sure the animals are healthy to, helping out with the adoptions, finding homes, just a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. What got you into it?
That's a good question. I must have had some mental health problems, and I don't know. I'm kidding. I guess I've always had a deep love of animals, and the opportunity arose, and I was blessed enough to be able to do it.
Okay, do you remember how that opportunity came and how it all came about that you started with this?
A very good friend of mine, actually very good friends of mine, were involved in getting the Humane Society going the year before. And they said, come to a meeting, and that's pretty much all it took.
And you kind of took the reins right then.
For the animal shelter part, yes.
Yeah. Don Williamson is our guest today, and she's been with the Humane Society for many, many years. And I know there's good times and bad times there. I mean, you're always full, it seems like. Good times meaning when things are going well. Bad times when you see, I think, bad things happen with animals, such as maybe a place that's gone bad, or some kind of puppy mill, or I mean something that, or hoarders, or something where you turn around and you say, "Wow, these animals were not taken care of very good," and all of a sudden you have to become the responsible one.
Yeah, we've had a few of those over the years. Not as many as a person would think, and each case is a little bit different from the other one. So we're kind of flying by the skin of our teeth there when each of them happens, and learning more and more on how to handle these situations.
How about the good times? What are some of the things you go, boy, this has been so much fun doing this?
Oh boy, any adoption, of course, is a great time. I don't know, 99% of it is good times. So I can't specifically say one thing in particular, but whether it's opening a check from a donor, or doing an adoption, or accepting, even a donation of a couple of towels or whatever, the community acceptance of our organization, that's a feel good, and we always are blessed with that.
You've been a big part of this Humane Society, but at the same time, you have seen a community really come together, haven't you? Because I remember a few years where I know you guys, it's always tough going from month to month, but there have been times when you guys are really in trouble, and you put out a plea, and this community steps up.
Yes, Thief River Falls is great, Pennington County, but not just that, the surrounding counties are also highly involved in our Humane Society, and they always step up as well.
Mm-hmm. Don Williamson is our guest on Hometown Heroes. We're going to find out a little bit more about what does it take to be able to step into this role as a volunteer, as a person who takes care of animals, who looks to the future. In just a moment with Don, but first I want to let you know that, of course, our Hometown Heroes is brought to you in part by the Thief River Falls Regional Airport with hassle-free security and free parking. Be sure to check out the benefits on flying local. Thief River Falls Regional Airport, your front door to the rest of the world. Phillips Iron and Metal, they accept all ferrous and non-ferrous metals, including, but not limited to, stainless steel, copper, brass, aluminum, lead, insulated wire, nickel, high-temp alloys, precious metals, etc. Whether you bring the material to them or we bring us to you, we provide quality service at competitive pricing at Phillips Iron and Metal. Roxbury Truck Repair for your truck shop, truck and trailer maintenance and repair. Remember Roxbury Truck Repair. And Oakley Quilting Supply. Of course, Oakley Quilting Supply is here for all your supplies. They carry quilting lines that include Moda, Henry Glass, Quilting Treasures, and many more. And they're adding new fabrics all the time. They're on Main Street in Oakley. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday 9 to noon. It's Oakley Quilting Supply of Oakley. Don Williamson, our guest, again, a big part of the Pennington County Humane Society. And I think, Don, again, that's what most people, when they think of the Humane Society, they think of Don Williamson helping out. And I know you do get some, you get some pay for this, but little. And a lot of this has been volunteer from the heart, I think, isn't it?
For every one of our employees, it is. None of them make really a working wage, but they're so loyal and they stick in there, and they're the most. I don't even know how to say it. I have so much respect for each one of them. So, as far as my wages go, I'm slowly stepping down. I'm still there a couple of days a week, but Pam Stingram is taking over, so she gets the low pay now.
What kind of advice did you give Pam? I mean, because you've dealt with a lot of animals for a lot of years, dogs, cats. There's got to be secrets or certain techniques to handling these animals, doesn't it?
Well, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Each of us do it individually. And as long as you've got respect and treat them with kindness, there really is no wrong way. Pam has her way of doing things. I had my way of doing things. Each of our employees do things their own way. And as long as, like I said, the animals are being cared for with respect, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Always full. I mean, you guys are always full. How are you guys doing right now? I mean, are we still seeing some adoptions? Are we still seeing turnover here?
We are. Our dog adoptions are down just a little bit right now. I really encourage people. We got great dogs out there. I really encourage people to come out and adopt. There's a great selection right now. Our cats adoptions actually seem to be a little bit up right now, and that's great. We've also been transferring when we get really full on cats, we've been transferring some down to the Animal Humane Society in the cities. They love our cats. They're usually adopted out within a week or two.
Oh, okay. So is that something fairly new that you've been working with them?
Yeah, I would say within the last. Well, we've done a couple of adoptions in the a couple of transports in the last couple of years, but it's really taken hold, and that's something that Pam did. Really taken hold here in the last probably 3 or 4 months.
Okay. If you were to throw out some ideas for youngsters out there that are thinking about whether that's getting into some kind of humane society or whether it's dealing with dogs, cats, veterinarian, or whatever. I mean, if you're going to deal a lot with animals, what kind of advice do you give youngsters?
Volunteer and see what it's all about. A lot of times there's a lot more to it than what people realize. When they think of Humane Society, they think of us sitting around petting the cats and the dogs. And
far from it, isn't it?
Yeah, I sure wish that that's what we could do, but the truth is, I'm probably the only one that does that because I'm the only one that has time to do it now that somebody else is taking over. Get involved and see the day-to-day operations, see what it takes to clean, go along with some vet visits, that kind of thing, and really, really investigate it and see if that's really what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're backing off there, what's the future hold for Don Williamson then?
My wife and I own a business, and I'm hoping to get a little more involved with the book work and that kind of stuff. And then my mother bought the property next door, so we got a lot of yard work to do. There's always something.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, Don, I appreciate you stopping in, and again, I know the Humane Society is been so thankful for all the years that you put in, and especially, I mean, there's so much volunteer work and extra over and above so that you've done. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, and thanks for all of the years of work.
Thank you.
Don Williamson, who is our guest today from the Pennington County Humane Society on our Hometown Heroes, brought to you by Phillips Iron and Metal, Oakley Quilting, Roxbury Truck Repair, and by the Thief River Falls Regional Airport.